Imagine a car with only 6 replaceable parts, the 4 tires and 2 windshield wipers. That is the future of the transportation industry. Mechanics are scared, but people are excited. These are electric cars.
In this video, we will go over the issue that electric cars will solve, why is there a push for electric cars, the incentives to buy an electric car, how they work, the criticisms of electric cars, and the future of electric cars. The problem with regular cars is that they emit CO2. Carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas that has been linked to rising temperatures. Electric cars produce zero emissions, thus resolving this issue. Currently, cars and trucks add up to 25% of the world's CO2 emissions. With the limited amount of petroleum available, gas prices are continually rising. There is a greater awareness about the effects of CO2 in today's society, and as a result, President Obama's Climate Action Plan is working to cut the U.S. carbon dioxide emissions in half by 2030. Electric cars work by replacing a combustion engine with an electric motor. Here's a video going into more detail.
This is an electric car. Let's take a look at how it works. An electric car is the same as a normal car, but it's powered by an electric motor rather than a gasoline engine. You can't really tell it's electric unless you look closely. The cockpit is completely normal, but the gas gauge is a little funny, and when you open the gas cap, you suddenly realize it's electric. Under the hood, it looks completely different from a gasoline-powered car. The main thing that you see when you open the hood is the controller. Its job is to send power from the batteries to the car's electric motor. When you push on the gas pedal, there's no gas involved. The pedal controls these variable resistors, and they tell the controller what to do. In this car, there's 50 lead-acid batteries under the floor. When you turn the key, you're connecting the batteries to the controller so that you can go. There's some other kooky things under the hood that you wouldn't expect to find. There's a small electric water heater for heat, there's a vacuum pump for the brakes, and there's lots of high voltage stickers. The controller can produce 50,000 watts. So that's how an electric car works. I'm Marshall Brain, and that's how stuff works.
Along with cutting carbon dioxide emissions, there are other incentives to buying an electric car. There is a $7,500 federal tax credit upon buying an electric car. States also have their own incentives that vary from state to state. You also receive up to a $400 credit for purchasing an electric vehicle charging station. You will no longer have to spend time or money at gas stations. Also, you will drop your yearly fuel bill by 75%. On average, the U.S. electricity rate is 12 cents per kilowatt hour, which will drop your fuel costs from $1,400 to about $350.
The first argument against electric cars is that they are too expensive, but this can be countered by the fact that you will be paying nothing on gas, as well as receiving government subsidies making the initial purchase cheaper. Another counter-argument is that your electric bills will go way up, but the average American spends $1,400 on gasoline per year, whereas it is estimated you only be spending $350 more per year on electricity.
Another criticism of electric cars is that their battery range is too short. However, most Americans drive less than 35 miles per day, while on average the range of electric cars are between 100 and 200 miles. Another criticism is that some of the proposed technologies are not realistic. However, significant improvements are made each year. For example, electric cars can now be charged directly from solar panels.
The future of electric cars is very bright. With improved technology, electric cars could end up giving back to the power grid. Also, on October 24, 2013, Maryland, California, New York, and 5 other states agreed toward a goal of 3.3 million electric cars on their roads by 2025. This will be accomplished by a joint effort of creating building codes that make it easier to construct new charging stations, buying zero-emission vehicles for the public fleets, creating incentives to promote zero-emission vehicles, and developing common standards for charging networks. In addition, in the future there is currently work being done to create more efficient and lighter batteries. Also, there is research being done on fuel cells that would be smaller, much lighter, and instantly rechargeable compared to the batteries.
In conclusion, electric cars will greatly decrease the world's carbon dioxide emissions. Not only are they becoming more and more efficient, but they are also becoming more affordable. Electric cars are the key to future generations living in a non-polluted, healthy society. Thanks for watching, and the next time you're thinking about buying a car, consider buying an electric.